Morning everybody. Well, here we are. Before I start making the mixes up, it's a beautiful morning up here in the northeast. Plenty of sunshine. Focus for some rain and showers later on, but we've got a few jobs I want to get out of the way before that comes. I intend to start my garlic this weekend. Planting some in pots. I've got some bulbs that never split, so I'm going to use them for stock plants. But before I do that, I'm going to make a mix up. And as I've said, the old cement mixer is ready, and now I'm going to start emptying out some of the compost bins off last year. And you can't do anything better than this stuff. Fresh homemade compost, black gold I call it. Really well rotted. Absolutely beautiful. And that'll go into the mixer. We'll just give it a little sieving through, get some of the hardwoody pieces out. But the majority of that, as I say, it's well rotted down. It's had plenty of compost in it, plenty of horse manure, and of course all the garden chippings. Everything goes into here. Everything from the home. Get a good bin full of that. You see there's some got some hardwoody bits in. But put that in the bar and sieve that through. Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely black, and that's what you want. As I say, you'll find a few little worry pieces in it, but we'll just put that in the barra, and we'll sort through that, and that'll go in at about half the rate of manure. There'll be 2 bins of that. A bin of manure and a good bin of sharp sand. And as I say, this is just for the garlic mix for the pots. I like to start my garlic off in pots and then transfer it into polytunnels later on in the year. And that way I try to avoid the rust or any of the pesticides that's knocking around at that time of the year. But for the time being, we'll get this in the mixer and we'll start doing a mix up. Okay? Well, that's it. I think we've just timed that nicely. There's the rain coming now, and it's welcome. It's bone dry up here. It's been windy, it's been warm, and we really need this little bit of rain. I know it's September, we're nigh on, we're on the 31st of the day. September the mother, and really the gardens are dry. We've had no decent rainfall for a good couple of weeks now, so I think the plants are waiting for a good drink. So all the work we've been doing at the last couple of weeks has been inside. One of the main jobs this week was to get my garlic started. I've made the mix up, nice, really good free draining mix. Well rotted compost, just garden compost, or as it says, if you haven't got garden compost, some good garden soil. Just make it a little bit rough so you've got plenty of drainage. Plenty of horse manure to mix with it, and some good sharp sand. And it really is, it's a fantastic mix, really free draining. It will hold a little bit of water. And that side, yeah, right. So a nice big square inch, 12-inch square pot. And got the compost in, just up to here. I've got about 4 inches below the top. And the idea of these being for the 3 cloves that didn't split on us. As I say, you really need some good cold nights for your garlics. So when mine go out, mine will go into these pots. Just a little bit bigger than that. Them black ones is perfect. 9-inch pots. 6-inch pots. The garlic cloves are going to these ones. And I'll get started off on them, and they'll sit in them until December outside on the benches, so it's nice and cold. But I've made the mix up for them. I'm hoping to get started on that tomorrow. But for the time being, I want to get these planted up. As I say, these are 3 bulbs that didn't split. So what I'm going to use these for is for stock. So why I'm using a large pot is because these are going to sit in the pot for at least 2 years. Garlic is a perennial, so what I'm hoping to do is from this bulb next year, if we get a nice garlic scape, let it flower, trim the head back like we do with leeks and onions, and hopefully we'll get some nice bulbils off that. And then the following year we should set some good seed heads so we can take seed from them. So it's a 2-year project this, so we're going to start tonight anyway. As I say, I've got my own mix in here, nice and free draining. The garlic is just going to sit in there. As I say, it's good 4 inches below the bottom there. And then just again, I cover them with my own compost to about the depth of 2 inches, 2 to 3 inches. I'm going to leave an inch from the top because these are going to sit outside. And that's one prepared. Once the garlic starts shooting, we'll just weed it, spray it if necessary, but I don't think there's that many pests that attack garlic. The only difference with garlic is grown inside is that we don't have the effects of the blight or the rust, I should say, the leek rust, onion rust, and of course the garlic. The garlic being in the allium family, you'll have the same problem. But we get around that by planting them back in the tunnels in late December, early January, all depending on the weather. They must have some really freezing cold nights, and that enables the clove to split, and when you dig a bulb up next year, you'll have a nice good heavy clove. So that's the idea of leaving them outside on the benches. But these, as I say, these are for seed. I've got 3 of these to do. Once again, just going to sit the bulb in the centre and cover it all with another 2 to 3 inches of good compost, and you'll be quite happy in there. As I say, this is a long-term project. It's 2 years. As I say, garlic is a perennial, so we're going to hope for some bulbils next year and seed the following year. That's them 2 done. I've got 1 more to do, and then I'll be well chuffed now that I'm getting them done. The compost is nice and moist already, so I'm not looking to put any water on them just yet. As I say, they're going to go outside. It's raining there now, so that's all the moisture they'll need. Good couple of handfuls on the top of there, just to bring it up to just below an inch below the top. And I'm well pleased with that. Now this is, as I say, this is solely for stock only. These bulbs are going to be allowed to flower next year with the heads on. We'll cut the heads back and hopefully they'll produce some bulbils. We'll not be digging them up. They'll stay in the pots again the following year, and then you'll get multiple heads the following year, and hopefully we should get some seed from them, or combs again. But we'll see how they go. It's a tryout rather than waste the bulbs. But that's them 3 done. The only thing that we'll need now is a stake. Once the garlic starts going through, we'll put a short cane in them, 3 to 4 foot cane. Put it in early before it damages any of the bulb or any of the roots. We'll get that in, and then next year when it starts growing away, we've got something to tie it to. But for the time being, they'll go outside now, and they'll sit outside quite happy until December. When the really bad weather starts, we'll take them inside the bottom tunnel where it's nice and cold, plenty of fresh air, and they'll sit out the rest of the winter in there. And hopefully we'll bypass the effects of the rust. We'll try and keep them nice and clean. We'll maybe just give them a little bit of spraying once they start coming through with a bit of rhubarb juice or the spray, garlic spray, and that'll keep them nice and clean. As I say, they're not troubled by many pests. Rust is one of the worst things, but by growing them into the bottom tunnel, we avoid that. I know it's a bit extra work, but as I say, we enjoy it. So I'm hoping to get started on the garlics, the main crop. I'll do another video next week, and we'll get started planting my main crop garlic. The potatoes will be coming out this weekend. We're into the first week in September now, so once I clear my potatoes out, hopefully I can get started planting the Japanese onions. And what I might do alongside the Japanese onions is put another row of garlic in, and we'll compare them, garlic in the garden and the garlic in the tunnels, and we'll see which comes out the best. Okay, so thanks for watching, like I say, and hope it's been a bit help to you, and we'll speak again soon. Okay, bye for now. Right, well, afternoon everybody. Back again, back on our garlics. Let's hopefully we'll get this video finished today. As I says, up in the top tunnel, when I was planting up our seed garlics the other day, the bulbs, it's a 2-year trial with them. We'll put them in now, and hopefully we'll get a good head of seeds, some good scapes on them next year, that we can take the garlic bulbs from. And in the following year we should get multi-heads, and we should be able to take this garlic scapes, which will give the bulbs, or we'll get seed from them. But that's a 2-year project. Today it's all about getting our main crop garlic planted out, and this is what we like to do them in a nice big pots like these. We'll put that one to one side, and once again it's our own homemade compost. 2 parts good soil, garden compost, 1 part multi-purpose, and 1 part manure and sharp sand, and it really is a fantastic mix. It's nice and damp, but it was only made up on Friday, so need no water. Right, now here we are. Here's our garlic cloves that we've saved from our own plants, and this of course is the elephant garlic. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a lovely crop. We've got some great plants up from last year. The combs all well split well in the tunnel. As I've said before, this is why one of the main reasons we like to plant in these pots and get them outside, so they can sit outside on the borders for a good 3 months. All weathers, freezing cold, give them a good freezing, then in January we can take them into the tunnel. They've had a good freezing, so by then the cloves will begin to split. If they haven't been frozen, all you'll end up with is just a bulb, single bulb. It's okay, fine, if you're going to use a whole bulb for cooking, but we like to see our garlic split well and get plenty of cloves off them. And of course this is how we do it. So we're starting off with a nice pot, 3/4 full of our own compost, and just pop the clove in. That's in there now. The compost is nice and moist, so it will not need any water. And we just like to cover that with a good couple inches of the compost, so that just sitting below the bottom of the rim, because these are going to sit outside now on the borders, and the only thing we'll have to do with these is give them a little bit weeding every week or 2. As the weeds grow through, we'll pull them out, keep the tops nice and clean, and just keep them nice and moist. If it rains, well, they're in baskets. There's a good inch lip in the basket, in the bread baskets, so they'll get plenty of water. If they do tend to dry out or start to dry out, we can always put the hose in them. The garlic should start to grow through around about the end of October, beginning of November. And all we're doing is just keeping an eye on them, make sure they're pest free. As I say, there's not many things that trouble garlic. The main thing is the rust. Now this is how we get by the rust, is to plant them outside in pots, and come December this will be full of root. Into January they would have had a good freezing, so then we can transfer them into the bottom polytunnel. And of course rust is airborne, so by growing them under cover, nice and cool, we'll lift the skirts up so they're just net round the sides, plenty of fresh air through the tunnels, not too warm, and the garlics will grow away fine in there. Just nice and slowly. And come July, we had lovely green plants last year. No signs of rust, anything. All nice and clean. So that's one way of getting around it. I know it's a bit extra work, but this is the way we like to grow it. So they're ready. I'll plot it now because I've got about another 40 of them to do, and that'll give us plenty of stock for next year. Got small white garlics. I've got quite a few of them cloves, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly the same thing, but I'm going to set some of these cloves away in 9cm pots, which is them size pots here, and they'll grow away fine in there, and we can do exactly the same thing. We can transfer them into the tunnel later on, which will hopefully get around the rust problem and give us a better crop for next year. But what I'll do is I'll plant some in the garden and I'll plant some in the tunnel, and we'll see how we'll get on that next year. So that's all the garlics out of the way. As I say, I've got my main crop sown now. I'm getting a bulb sown for seed. I've got small shoots coming through. If you remember, a couple of weeks ago we did a video on the bulbils. Well, some of mine, the first ones I put in, are just starting to come through now. I'm well pleased with them. So what I'm going to do this weekend is to transplant my main crop of bulbils. I've got a tray full somewhere of about 50 or 60 bulbils. I'll clean them all up, clean the nuts up like I did last time, break the shells and get 2 or 3 seeds of them planted, and that'll give us plenty of nice cloves for planting out next year. But I'll show you that later on. The last couple of weeks we've been really busy. As you can see, potting off and potting off and potting off. Cuttings, divisions, that's all we've done. As well as trying to get building in the garden done, we've been building a new fence. We've got a 100-foot fence to put up. So we've been busy on with that. So the sweet williams are all done. The pansies are all done. The wallflowers are nearly finished. Nearly finished potting them off. I've got polyanthus to do. I've got primroses to do. And I've got foxgloves to do. So hopefully by the end of the next week I'll have all my potting off done. And they can all sit out in the bottom tunnel where it's nice and cool. The sweet corns are coming out now. Some more tomato plants are coming out, so they give them a little bit of room. And we can get them in there, get them on the cover for a week or two until they pick up. And then by the end of September we'll start introducing them outside to the cooler nights. And they should be nice big plants, nice and strong, ready to be planted out in the middle to the end of October. Which gives them still enough time, a couple of weeks before it really cools down, to get their roots into the ground before the winter sets in. So that's the idea of that. As I say, I've went right through the garlics. Next week we're going to be busy again, because what I want to do, I want to make a mix up, and I want to get started on my hanger baskets, the strawberries of course. So I'll be doing that next week. But in the meantime, I'm going to pop down to the club, down to the Tenmouth Conservative Club, and I'm going to have a look at the leeks down there. A couple of my friends and a couple of the lads from on the plot, they're showing there. So no doubt we'll pop down, we'll have a pint with them, and we'll see how we get on. I know there's some fantastic dahlias been cut the last couple of days, so they'll be in the show today. So for now, I'm going to pop away down, and thanks for watching, and just watch this next part of the show, and let us know what you think of the dahlias and the leeks. Okay, so I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now. Give us a wave, Lynn. Give us a wave. That's making Lynn on the plot. How do you do? How are you doing this year? Excellent, well done. Lovely show. Well, we'll just have a little wander around here. We're gonna, once again, another leek show. There's some beautiful leeks here. You've done well this year again. Beautiful flowers, man. Yeah, excellent. I'm going to have a look at them now. That's what I want to get done next year, some new dahlias. So I'll be looking to you for some cuttings.
I didn't think I'd get those orange ones. But
yeah, they're beautiful, aren't they? Yeah. Yes, I'm already looking forward to next year. Yeah. Catch up with you soon.
You're not in this one, eh?
Not yet.
Oh, you got to join it. Yeah.
that is on about 21, 25.
Beautiful onions again.
Because never shoot.
Right, so this is what I'm interested in this year. The dahlias again, absolutely beautiful. As I said, Joyce Hennigan was asking a few questions about the dahlias, so if I can get a few of these cuttings for next year, I'll be well pleased. And no doubt I'll be doing a video and showing Joyce how to go on with the cuttings for next year. Absolutely beautiful. As you get some nice mixed dahlia there. Sunshine's getting the better of us. The small red decoratives, absolutely beautiful. And of course, dahlias and daisies. I think that's Edinburgh Festival, that dahlia. Absolutely beautiful. And once again, some gorgeous gladioli. Yes. Well done. Really. Hello, John. Yes. I think you've all done well this year. Beautiful. Beautiful flowers.